World is growing, so is the danger on earth. People are fighting for freedom in some nations, while some nations are fighting from hunger, thirst, and natural disasters. While some countries which are on the brink of war, others are using their nuclear weapons to threaten others. With a rapid population growth, we are about to destroy the earth resources. Global warming is increasing, icebergs are melting, and slowly sea level is also rising. In cities, people are dying from breathing populated air. Recently, the Institute of Economic and Peace, a think tank which is based in Australia, has released its annual Global Peace Index reports in July this year. The report measures how safer or dangerous a nation is based on various indicators, including the political terror, internal strife, murder rate. The GPI covers 99.7% of the world's populations. The institutes which used 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators for judging the countries for their report. Here are the most dangerous countries in the world, and would you dare to visit any of these? Before we start, I would like you to subscribe these channels and click on the bell icon so every time we upload some new awesome content, you will be the first to notified, and it will help us to grow more. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Let's start with Pakistan's. Pakistan's ranked 11th in a Global Peace Index report. It narrowly missed being included in the top 10 most dangerous countries, but it still ranks high enough. In August, it was put on an enhanced blacklist by Asia Pacific Group of the Financial Action Task Force for failure to meet its standards on terror financing. Pakistan is a highly unstable region and highly dependent on foreign aid from US, China, and other Muslim nations. Pakistan's economy is on a high debt and is barely surviving. Pakistan's politics and government is ruled by military organization and have a big influence of Pakistan's intelligence agencies, due to which countries faces corruption, human rights violations, and unstable government. Pakistan is a hub of major terror organizations banned from the UN, which launched terror activities in Afghanistan, India, and other parts of the world. People of Balochistan province and the people of Pakistan's occupied Kashmir are fighting for their freedom and rights. Number 10 is Russia. Some of you might be thinking why Russia is on number 10. So the point to be noted here is that the think tank considered the number of casualties from terrorism and conflicts in that countries, the number of murders per capita, and the ratio of military spending to gross domestic product. According to the report, Russia is a highly militarized nation and is the least peaceful country in its region. Recently, Russia was involved in a Ukraine conflict. Number 9 is Democratic Republic of Congo, a country previously stormed by political uncertainty and civil wars. The Democratic Republic of Congo is also plagued with a healthcare crisis. According to the World Health Organization, the country's most recent Ebola outbreak has claimed over 1,396 lives. But violence in the countries, according to the think tank, is also interfering with the facilitating healthcare in the region. Number 8 is Libya. The Libyan civil war, which started around 5 years back, is ongoing conflict that has pulled in and concerned global powers. With the end to the war nowhere in sight, Libya is the 8th most dangerous country in the world. Number 7 is a Central African Republic. Civil strife and fighting between a rival armed group has made CAR the 7th most dangerous country in the world. Only recently on September 15, 23 people were killed and score were wounded after a gunfight broke out between two political groups near the Sudanese border. Somalia, another country with a history of civil wars and political conflict. Somalia is also prone to drought. Recently, the United Nations warned that over 2 million people in Somalia are at a risk of starvation. Number 5 is Iraq. Although officially the ISIS has been defeated, Iraq is amongst the top 5 most dangerous countries in the world. It continues to grapple with both internal and external conflict. Number 4. Yemen. The civil war in Yemen, which started in 2015, worsened with each passing day, reports suggest. It is also one of the world's poorest countries. On September 14th, the Houthi rebels, who were allegedly backed by Iran, claimed responsibility for drone attack on Saudi oil facilities, escalating tension in the region. Number 3. South Sudan. Once one of the youngest countries in the world, South Sudan quickly turned into a battlefield for forces competing to gain political power within the country. With all the stakeholders now inching towards the talks to end the violence, observers say that there is a hope that peace might return to the country soon. Now the number 2, Syria. A country torn by multi-sided and complex civil war with high stakes for international power, Syria, according to the think tank, is one of second place and not in the first because of the ISIS defeat in Baghouz town earlier in 2019. Number first position is Afghanistan's. Even as the US-led peace talks were on and in their final rounds, violence continues to mar Afghanistan's. Now that US President Donald Trump has pulled out of the talks and there is no visible possibilities of inter-Afghan negotiations, experts have stated that they fear the conflict between Taliban and Afghan government might escalate, particularly considering the forthcoming president polls. And here's the bonus. You might be thinking where India stands. India, meanwhile, is ranked 23rd on the most dangerous countries index. While not highly dangerous according to the think tank, it still ranks above countries like Egypt and Chad, which have been marked by violence in the past.